Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.
Georgian Prime Minister Kobakhidze has stated that NATO is not currently prioritizing enlargement due to the ongoing regional situation. Kobakhidze explained that the alliance is not actively pursuing the inclusion of Georgia and Ukraine at this time. NATO is not currently focused on enlargement due to the current regional situation, the Prime Minister said. The alliance is not actively discussing the enlargement in terms of Ukraine and Georgia at this time. When the situation in the region changes, when the situation calms down, the situation may also change, but for now, NATO's attention is not directed towards enlargement, which has specific reasons, Kobakhidze said. In Q2 2024, residential property price index in Georgia increased by 4.8% compared to the previous quarter, while the annual increase amounted to 14.9% according to the National Statistics Office of Georgia. Compared to the 2020 average, the index change amounted to 48.1%. Residential property price index covers the market of the new residential property in Tbilisi, both flats and detached house segments. In the Q2 2024, a price increase compared to the previous quarter was registered both in flats and detached house segment. Compared to the second quarter of 2023, the price increased in both segments for flats by 14.4% and for detached houses by 16.8%. Oncology patients will receive prescribed medicines directly at clinics from July 2024 based on the decree of Georgian Health Minister Mikhail Sarjuladze. Through the facilitated method, the oncology patients will receive the medicines directly at clinics instead of just prescription and exploring pharmacies for them. I would like to thank each stakeholder and participant involved in the work process. The mentioned change is another important step towards improving the standard of protection of patients' interests and rights. The minister remarked that the change would not resolve all problems facing oncologic patients, but pledged to continue work on improvement of the healthcare system oriented towards the patients. He also wished patients quick recovery and health. Taktakishvili, Deputy Minister of Economy and Sustainable Development, held final meetings with leading British airlines regarding the start of direct air traffic between Georgia and Great Britain. Our priority is to have direct flights with the Great Britain. For this purpose, we are conducting active negotiations with airlines so that they can start direct flights to Georgia. Diversification of markets is a priority for our aviation and tourist policy. The start of direct flights will help to attract tourist flows with high purchasing power from Britain, said the Deputy Minister. According to Taktakishvili, if the issue of starting flights is resolved positively, mass marketing campaigns will be launched in Great Britain to increase the awareness of Georgia and its tourist product and reflect the effect of direct flights to Britain on tourist results as quickly as possible. The Deputy Minister noted that the start of direct flights with Britain will have a particularly positive impact on the local tourist private sector, which will also be offer a variety of tourist services to high-spending British travelers. First Vice Prime Minister and Minister of Economy and Sustainable Development Levon Davitashvili stated that regarding Anaklia Port, the ministry is actively working with international consulting companies to announce the investor and commence construction. He noted that construction company will be selected on July 26. Given the complexity of the process, which includes selecting a private partner and carrying out construction works, we are handling this process with a high level of responsibility and attention. We have used a consultant to help us and clarifying questionnaires to the bidder, and we have received detailed responses this week. Our European consultant is currently processing these responses, and we anticipate receiving the consultant's assessment by the end of this week or early next week at the latest. If further clarifications are necessary, we may continue the dialogue with the bidder. Regarding construction work, we have conducted negotiations with the Big Four in a competitive environment, and we have selected the most experienced company in marine construction. We expect to complete this process tomorrow. In engineering consultants, we are also involved in evaluating the proposals submitted by the companies. We will announce the construction partner tomorrow and provide the public with the relevant information, Lewandowitashvili said. In half one 2024, Georgia received 87.2 million lari income from the services of transit trailers. According to the data from the state treasury, 249,000 transit trailers used the country's roads from January to June. Annual growth is insignificant, amounting to only 0.6%. As of May, 40,265 trailers passed through the country and they paid 14 million lari to the budget. Compared to May, the number of trailers has decreased. In May, more than 46,000 transit trucks crossed the borders of the country. Each trailer pays 350 lari to use the Georgian road. It was noting that in 2023, 7 trailers passed through the corridor of Georgia. The revenues from toll roads amounted to 181 million lari, which is a record figure and showed annual increase of 42%. Exports of mineral water are at a historic high. In January-June, Georgia received $80 million from the sale of mineral waters on the various markets worldwide, which was 23.4% more than the figure of same period last year. In total, 127,000 tons of mineral water we exported, which also exceeded last year's volume. Russia has been the main market of Georgian mineral waters for years. In January-June, Georgia sold the largest volume of the product in Russia, followed by Kazakhstan with $12.6 million and Ukraine with $9.4 million.
The Checkpoints is presented by pharmaceutical company GM Pharma.